Huntington Bay is a townhome community located in South Huntington Beach near the corner of Brookhurst and Adams. It was built in the early 1960s and consists of 253 attached units. Now, when people think of Huntington Bay, they often think townhomes, when in fact, it's actually categorized as a planned unit development, which means that these are single family attached homes by definition. And for most people out there, they're like, why does it matter? Well, it matters when it comes to financing. If you're putting less than a certain amount of money down, sometimes you get hit with a higher interest rate when you're financing a townhome or a condominium, whereas single family homes don't have that hit. So the fact that it's a single family attached unit actually benefits you when it comes to financing. Now, oftentimes when people think of Huntington Bay, they often also think of Huntington Continental, which are both in South Huntington, both located near Brookhurst and Adams. And that's because the units look very much the same. And that's because the same builder built both communities, but they are two different communities. One is a much larger community, that's the Huntington Continentals, and has little to no parking, whereas the other is Huntington Bay, and that's the one that we're talking about today. The Huntington Bay community consists of 4 different floor plans, ranging from a 1-bedroom with nearly 600 square feet. And in fact, this is the only single level floor plan in the entire community is the 1-bedroom. They always end up on the end of the row of homes, which means they only have one attached wall, whereas all the other units in the community consist of at least 2 floors. With that said, you also have a 2 and 3 bedroom option that offers a 1.5 bath that range from 1,000 to 1,250 square feet. And lastly, you have a 4-bedroom option that also offers 1.5 baths sitting around 1,250 square feet. So the 2, the 3, the 4-bedroom all have very similar square footage, just varying by 100 square feet or so. But with that, it means you're getting smaller bedrooms in those 3 and 4 unit models. Now, something I mentioned a moment ago is the 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms all have 1.5 bathrooms. None of these units have a full 2 baths. Unless a previous owner has modified a bathroom in some way to add an additional bathroom, all of these floor plans are going to have 1.5 baths outside of the 1 bedroom, which only has 1 bath. In addition, every unit in Huntington Bay has interior laundry, which is usually located in the downstairs kitchen area. On top of that, every unit has an outdoor patio located off the back of the unit, which is usually where you'll find your covered carport. Some of the amenities in Huntington Bay include a clubhouse, a swimming pool, as well as a spa and a barbecue area, in addition to tons of green belts running throughout the community. So if you have kids that like to run and play, you have pets that you have to take outside, the community offers a lot of space to do that, in addition to being really close to shopping, to dining, as well as pretty close proximity to the beach. So what are some of the pros and cons of living in Huntington Bay? Well, one of the biggest pros is that it has tons of parking. Like I mentioned earlier, the other community that it's often compared to, the Huntington Continentals, offers very to little parking. In fact, if you own a 4-bedroom property in there, you only get 1 parking spot, which means if you have 3 other cars, for example, you have to find parking places for those cars, and that can be very, very difficult. Whereas Huntington Bay, you don't really have those issues. Parking has never been a problem for myself when I'm showing property or from clients that actually live in the community. Now, when it comes to cons, I can't really think of any other than the fact that Huntington Bay is located pretty far south in Huntington Beach, which means if you need to get to North Huntington Beach, you need to get to Central Huntington Beach, it's going to take a little bit longer because you're so far south, which also means you can be a little bit further from the freeway, especially if you're headed north. But at the end of the day, if your kids go to school there, you work in the area, that's where your life is, and being located that far south doesn't really matter. Now, one thing I didn't mention earlier in the video that you have to be aware of is that Huntington Bay does have a homeowners association. That homeowners association is going to cover the common area of the community. It's going to cover the pool, the spa, the clubhouse, all of those things I mentioned, in addition to covering the exterior maintenance of the community, as well as the roof of the community as well. So hopefully that answers your questions about Huntington Bay. But if you have additional questions about Huntington Bay, something I didn't answer here, or you want to go out and take a look at properties in Huntington Bay or another community in Huntington, do me a favor and reach out to me directly. But if you're looking to move to Huntington Beach and you're wondering what there is to do me a favor and check out this video here.